Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, July 26, 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. I am also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. I'm on TikTok now at Lisa M. Hopp. I had to think about that one. And I'm also on Facebook under the business page Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. And for those of you who listen every week and just comment, please comment and give me such wonderful feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. I know there are more people listening than I realize. Every once in a while, someone will tell me they're listening, and it just makes my day. So thank you. I do appreciate it so very much. So it's an amazing week for me as I was apart from you over the week. And I just felt inspired once again to talk about how the universe and you, or you and the universe, are always manifesting every second. Every second. Even when you're asleep, your subconscious is activated, and it is showing you, if you're able to know your dreams, remember your dreams, it's showing you like what you are vibrating. It gives you a hint. And plus also, not to digress too much off the topic, but when we are sleeping, we actually our soul does travel outside our body. It always goes back. There's little, myths that are told, but it travels outward. It travels to that other higher dimension. And so that's a time of creation. That's a time of learning. Maybe that's even a time of visiting with departed loved ones. So if you ever have a lucid dream that you are visiting with a departed loved one, you are. You truly are. So back to manifestation. It can be so subtle when we're manifesting that we don't realize we're doing it. And manifesting is creating our path. It is literally working with a force field or a matrix or an energy field, perhaps a hologram, to line up the most predominant vibration we want to have, which is why you often hear teachers say, you receive who you are rather than what you ask for, what you think about, what you even affirm with affirmations. Now, I may do a whole other segment on affirmations at some point. I wrote books about the importance and the tool, the positive tool of affirmations. I do use them, and I use them because I want to speak how I feel. And it does increase for me personally how I feel. So if I affirm that I am healthy and wealthy, I will see evidence of that if I feel it. So affirmations, like I am statements or I have, they promote that feeling, and they do assist you in creating your life. However, you can't fake them. You can't walk around saying I'm a millionaire while feeling broke. It doesn't work like that. Your inner feeling will negate the affirmation. But I do like it as an affirmation, as a build-up even at times, to kind of walk me up the ladder of my inner feelings. In other words, they help me to feel more abundant. They help me to feel lighter. They help me to feel better, happier at times. And so they work for me. So I do encourage them, but they're not the only tool. And yes, it's important that you use them properly, with feeling involved, knowing it's done, saying what is your truth. All right. So back to it. I became especially amazed at how subtle the universe can work in listening to us. And you are being listened to in every moment. Everything you think, everything you feel, and then you back it up with everything you say. What flips out of your mouth is your truth. Even if you go, oh, I didn't mean that. Yes, you did. It flipped out of your mouth. Is it what you want to say? Is it how you want to feel? Is how you want to live? Now, we live in a world where we were defined a lot and brought up by people who gave to us their own beliefs. And also, perhaps society as a whole. Some of those beliefs may be money doesn't grow on trees when it literally is made of paper, Perhaps it's you have to work hard for the money, or, any, different beliefs that were passed down, and passed down. And so we carry them around if that's the way it is. Perhaps you were taught that those who are very wealthy cheat, or greedy, that the meek inherit the earth, and these are all handed down beliefs. But the wonderful thing is that you choose your own beliefs. Beliefs are created. And beliefs, yes, they can be based on actual fact. But most of the time, they're just handed down. And so you decide who you are. You decide what you want to believe. You decide what you want to focus on. You have free will choice. Every moment of every day. So recently, I asked with my inner body and with my thoughts to have information about, or I want to say I just requested to be surrounded by people who are happy, peaceful, calm, not in a fake way, not burying stuff down and just masking it. No, really feeling it, really living authentically. And I started to see that around me, both physically and virtually. And one of those examples of it coming to me was so drawn out that if I weren't aware, all caps, I would have completely missed it. So when I requested this, to have peace and calm and harmony and happy around me, and yes, we go through the ripples of life, the ebbs and flows, but overall, I started being inundated on my social media with ads for a particular TV series, a self-funded one, and it was everywhere. And in no way did I ask for it, because you know how sometimes you think of something and then it appears and it's you wonder, like, I always take it as vibration, like what you think about, you see. All right, I don't take it as a big conspiracy theory that I'm being spied on. If I think about, for instance, going to a store, that store will pop up in front of me. It can be freaky. Yes, I'll admit. But I started to see this over days, this ad, and different ads too, different places for the same thing. And it would show me little clips, little trailers of this series. And I started to become interested in the series. It's like a Regency kind of, historical, fictional series written by someone, of course, based on a book. And so, just after days, I said, just go ahead and figure out how to watch it. And so I did. I gained access to watching it. So I watch it. Now, this is how I'm made. And I'm going to make this as brief as possible. When I like the performances in something, whether it's a musical, a play, a series, a movie, I want to see more work of those performers. I want to find out what else they're in, and I want to watch it or attend it. If I have like a playbill book from a musical or a play, I'm going to look at it and see what else they've been in. Is there any sign of what they're going to be in? That's, again, I because of their talent, I'll admire. If I admire it, I want more. And so, all the actors in the series for the most part were not widely known, for a large part. So I started to check them out. So checking them out, I'm now watching more of their stuff, which I'm saying within my brain, I don't, make sure that you balance this. Don't start going on too many marathons. And not even stuff I would normally watch. Because a lot of what they like is based in fantasy, sword play, and yeah, I love a good, romance, I guess, like, hero kind of topic or, subject, but I don't really like violence. So I actually can't take violence. So I tend to stay away from violence, very much in what I view. But here I am watching stuff, but protecting myself, diverting away from it. So now, because I'm watching more work from the main characters, I'm now seeing interviews accidentally, and they're very much opening their lives up and being honest and authentic of how they live their lives, which is joy. And just very humble, kind, approachable people, where if I were to see them in my local store, I would be able to go into a huge conversation with them and it would be natural. And so that's what I'm talking about. That's the authenticity that I'm asking for. And that's how I also am coming into being more and more too, where I'm expanding instead of maybe staying under the wire a little bit, kind of going to the store and being quiet and keeping to myself. I'm much more outgoing than ever before, which will play a part in me growing my audience and brand. And so it's a win-win. It's a win. So now I'm really being inspired by these actors, who and writers and just creators overall, that, oh yes, I think I am inspired about that. I'm inspired about this. So now I have people being added to my vibration whom I had no idea about before the universe started inundating me with their project. Really inundating, like almost stalking. All right. And I'm grateful because they're showing life being lived on their own terms, just being who they are, talking while walking the dog, talking while designing a jewelry product, talking while whittling a spoon, just smiling, hugging, warmth. Not, again, going back to natural, living life gratitude. So grateful, and saying it, all ages. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm making movies with friends. People are enjoying it. My life is really, I'm living my own life. I moved suddenly, and it was the right move. Spontaneity. Yes, spontaneity. So it can't help but help my own life, improve my own life, whether I ever am in person with them or not, in the physical sense. So the universe answered my request. Now, what's going to happen is that physically, people like them will start to appear. It will happen because the vibration is there. And I will get what I asked for. So that's a positive. And it's also, again, it's inspired me. I noticed how I react to situations differently than how I reacted before. Just by my exposure. but also my own inner growth overall. So things that maybe used to have me have an emotional reaction don't anymore. And you listeners, all my listeners, and I think my clients physically in Zoom, telephone, perhaps even those in my personal life, have no idea how much I cheer people on. Like, if I see somebody jogging by my house, I'm cheering them on. If they're walking by my house, I cheer them on. I mean, not verbally, that would make me, maybe be a little insane. But inside myself, when someone is just being themselves, no matter, now not in a mean, disrespectful way, that I will have guard against. That I'm not saying I don't cheer on that. I don't cheer on people being abusive towards people. But I give grace to people more. I give space. I give, I definitely have very little moments of judgment. And I love that, because that's how I am taught that's how we're to be. So me coming into that is very much a positive. And those that speak like me a lot about manifestation, we're here at this time to help our earth lift up, to help you ascend to that place where you understand your own power to create, that you heal everything within you, your relationships, your wounds, your love about yourself. We're here for that purpose. So there are many mediums who are turning into manifestation coaches and talking about it more, because that's our purpose. That's why we're here. So when I talk about these topics to you, it's because it's my work. All my work complements itself. It's all about ascension. It's all about healing. It's all about love, health, joy, happiness. It's getting it all done as much as I can, or any of us can assist. And so the healer has to heal. So I do the work on myself in order to help anyone who crosses my path to do that as well. I can't heal, I can't help someone if I don't help myself, if I'm not helped. So all mentors have mentors. I do. And I call on my guides, my angels, and God's source to help me out all the time. And it does. It truly does. And it does it so A to B to C to D. It's not direct sometimes. It's not direct with, here, Lisa, let me plop in someone right now who is calm, who is happy, who's inspirational. No. It's like they gave me a staff of people I'd never heard about before. And teachers. I am surrounded by teachers in every respect. And sometimes those teachers are not necessarily people that I want to be surrounded by. But I'll go to my guides and I'll go, this is what you are to do. And yes, I have the ability to connect in strong like that. But your guides will talk to you through numbers, license plates, social media like they do me. If something appears over and over and over again in front of you, it's for you to listen to. They're talking to you. They're instructing you. I know there's an example recently I also have where the topic was coming up a lot about where is the evidence? Where is I'm manifesting, but where is the result? Where's the money? And then consistently, the message kept appearing, stop chasing, stop chasing, stop chasing, from different voices, different ways, different AI posts, It's just amazing and instructional. It's helped me to help others stop chasing and just stop and receive. So the universe is always answering every single little thought, every single little vibration that we have. And so even when something happens to you that you don't want, there's something that's happening that's larger. What is that moment teaching you? What qualities do you have to build to be ready for what you've asked for? We all, and heaven always says, don't live in fear. And things can happen to us that bring us fear. Perhaps it's a moment when you are disrespected. Perhaps it's a moment you lose your job. Perhaps it's a moment that a relationship breaks up with you. But that's a moment of transformation. That's a moment when you are being given the opportunity to upgrade, to ask for to receive what you want. And it just wasn't how you would have wanted it to come. The people that want better jobs, they would say, well, just help me find a better job, and then I'll leave this one and it'll be very smooth, very easy, and then I'll go on to that higher paying job. But heaven knows what we're aligned with. And perhaps that higher paying job or that better job requires a more qualities from you, an alignment from you that you don't yet have. It doesn't mean that everything has to be difficult or hard. But yes, sometimes it's not supposed to be easy. And we tend to be in our comfort zone, which is our discomfort zone. Oh, I know I can't stand it here, but what if where I go next is worse? I'll just stay where I am and complain about it every day. You are taking away your own joy. You're taking away your own happiness. There is no need to live in fear. Everything will always eventually work out, or at least try to for you. The universe is always working on your behalf. So it's very important to keep in mind, and we're constantly being told from higher source, larger source, again, no need for fear. Stop living in fear. Take the risk. The risk can be a baby step. The risk can be a small one. Follow the heart. Follow the soul. That's what you're here for, is to remember where your soul and where your heart is called. I knew when I was a little wee one, so small, that I was here to be a spiritual teacher. I also I had such a religion and spirituality in me. I loved performing a mass in my bedroom. That was who I was, because I have a past life of that. We all have past lives, at least one past life of priestlyhood. And so it naturally was in me to come and be of that. And I knew I didn't want to be a nun. Nothing against nuns, because there's some really cool nuns out there. Really. I just wasn't called to that. But I thought maybe I should, maybe I could be a missionary at some point. When I was 16 years old, I remember actually writing an aunt about it. I think I'll be a missionary. But still, it didn't land. It just didn't land. It's always been a part of me to help people feel closer to what I call God. It's always been there. And knowing who that energy and what that energy is. Really a what. And it's love. It's love and mercy and acceptable adoration of us. Oh, yeah, they smile at us, that energy. And so, I knew that young, no matter what was being taught, was told, I knew it. And I would hear nothing else. Because I just know, I knew, I came knowing. You came knowing as well. So I bring that up is that energy loves us so much that it wanted to experience creation through us. So it could adore watching us. Here, I'm going to send you on the playground and let you create. But I'll help you every way, every moment of every day. I'm going to help you, but I'm not going to do it for you. All alone. When people receive things that you think they're lucky, something like that, they're aligned. That's all that means. They're not favorites among God. We are all served. But we have to be the creators. We are brought here to do that. We are brought here to play, as Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, to play the game of life. How do you play your game? Do you wait? Do you worry? Do you overly stress? Especially have anxiety over the lack of control in your environment? You're in control. Because how you feel inside goes out to the outside in your environment. So if you feel peace, you have to see peace on the outside. If you feel non-judgment, no one on the outside will judge you. And if they do, it bounces off of you. You'll go, oh, they're just where they are. It's no big deal. Because everyone is where they are. Everyone is coming from their own inner story, their own inner makings, their own inner beliefs. And those beliefs have nothing to do with you. I was so complimented last evening at an event when a wonderful, beautiful person said, you give us seeds, you seed us. Yes. And so do our guides, so do our angels. I don't say I try not to say you should do this because I'm going against your will. But will heaven and I seed to give you something to know you can achieve, to think about, to know the possibilities? Yes, it's my work, it's my job. And I'm not lying to you. I'm not deceiving you. I see all your potentiality. Absolutely all of it. But you have to see it yourself. And I always encourage my clients to see it themselves. Oh, I would love to work with all of you. That to help you see your potential. To see where you possibly can go to achieve. And I don't mean that in status. I mean that in your inner feelings of fulfillment, achievement for yourself. Because success is different for everyone. For one person, success is I'm a millionaire. For another person is I have a garden that prospers. It's different for everyone. And there's no competition. There's enough, there's infinite for everyone. We're taught there is. Oh, we're so lied to. We're so lied to. But know that there is more than enough to go around. And it's all right to receive. So I want to encourage you to understand today how important it is to have awareness. Awareness. Notice what's happening around you that is speaking to you, that is responding to you. Because again, if it's coincidental, it isn't. If you think of someone and they pop up, they were sent for some reason. Doesn't mean they're meant to stick around. Just means there's a reason, there's something going on. Maybe it's something that needs to be healed. Maybe it's just a teaching tool. Growth. And notice your body, because your body speaks to you. If you have your guard up, notice that. Because if your guard's up, why is it up? And is it up for you receiving? How do you react? How did you react if you heard that someone became a trillionaire? It will tell you your reaction, your receiving mode of money. If you judged it, it's out there being said a lot. Someone is a trillionaire and there are children hungry. That's judgment. And when you judge, you're judged. You also stifle your wealth. It's better, if you want to hear what's better, it's better at the reaction that I had, honestly, which was they're aligned with it. All right. I had a non-reaction. I had like a calm, still reaction. I want to say it wasn't even tepid. And so that made me happy because it wasn't faked. It was instant. People have what they're aligned with. If you're aligned with drama, you have drama. It'll reach you. You've called it in. If you're aligned with toxic, you're going to get toxic. If you are aligned with anger, you're going to find you get more to be angry about. Have the awareness, all caps again, about how the vibration around you is responding to you. Now, yes, sometimes because of natural law, we get the opposite. We are feeling peace within. We're walking around, the world's working for us, and we get someone who attacks us verbally. But again, you'll notice it like it's outside of you, like it's not of your vibration. You'll notice it bounces right off of you like a beach ball. A kind beach ball, not one that slams you in the head. So that's a sign. If it gets to you, there's healing to be done. Right. So you're in control. You're the captain. You are the leader. You are the director. You are the director of your creation. You are the author of your book. You are the artist of your painting. Don't relinquish it. Don't give it to other people. Don't give it to the news. Don't give it to the powers that be. Don't give it away. Own it. And when you own it, you will see blessings. And when I talk about blessings, I'm doing little videos now, available on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just a couple of minutes. I like to pop on and pop off. And in this video, I talked about gratitude recently, the last one, I think, where I talked about I felt so rich in wealth, because I had my own tomato I was slicing for my breakfast. And I thought, I'm the luckiest person in the world right now. I'm so rich. Wow, what a great life I have. This is so awesome. When we have those moments, we multiply, we increase. Universe responds to us. When we think, I have to grow my own vegetables and it's good, or I don't have enough vegetables, or vegetables are too expensive at the store, or anything that is not that feeling of gratitude, immense gratitude, it negates from us, it decreases, or at least it does not multiply. And again, it has to be genuine. I had a genuine moment. Sometimes when I stop and get myself a frozen coffee or something, this is the best. Sometimes I did this yesterday actually. I stopped for just a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a coffee, and I thought I'm going to get myself a little package of Madeline cookies. And it was like, I love this treat. And so that is what I'm talking about, these moments. Love it. Love. And try when it's not lovable to find something Even if it's got to be teaching me something, I'll get through it. Find something. But as much as you can milk that feeling of gratitude and just being in the moment and loving life and what it gives to you, the warm breeze outside, the fact that it's sunny when maybe it's been raining for a while. I love seeing people dance in the rain, not in the lightning. That's not bright. But in the rain. I love it. I love that, the people that want to smile and find a way to smile. The more you can get into that, even especially in your present circumstances, when you're not maybe where you want to be, find something where you are that can bring that feeling, and you will see the cocoon break open and the butterfly blessings happen. It's natural law, it's energy, it's love. It has to happen. And be who you truly are. Not how this world has tried to make you, but who you truly are. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for joining me today. As I always say, I hope you connected with at least some of that. And I am just cheering you on and wishing you all the best. Any victories you want to share with me, any miracles, any magic, please feel free. I love it. If you could see me. Just again, moving the arms, cheering you on. Go for it. Because that's what we're here for. To live our life to the fullest. Once again, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on my business Facebook page, Lisa M. Hop, Spiritual Coach and Medium. Follow me on Instagram, Spiritual Coach Lisa Hop. And yes, you're welcome to follow me on TikTok under Lisa M. Hop. Thank you. All the best. Until next time.